Are you worried about the United States in the year 2025? Hear from a man in 2048. His name is Stephen Kelly, and he has a warning for you.
I guess we could call this the second part of my crazy day. I mean, this just gives you an idea how fucked up my job is, but you know what? I like the second part because it kind of tells how crazy 2048 is. This will give you an idea how fucked up that is. So if you think, 2025 is fucked up, you listen to this and see what you think. Cruising past Ken Barak's endless rainbow rows of glimmering new German SUVs, I drool. Stopping next to one of these SUVs would roundly get me dismissed by every salesperson on the lot. When I started this account, they hounded me, but gave up once they found out I just finalized my divorce. They all know my credit is shit. A lot guy power washes a sweet-looking red SUV as I cruise past. It's always the German ones that cut me off in traffic, carrying around assholes that can afford it. I'd love to have one. With his black tailored suit, colorful tie flipping in the wind, well-groomed salt and pepper hair, and brightened smile, Jerry Reeder, the sales manager, waits at the side of Ken Barak's enormous glass and steel showroom. He's a perfect salesman because his smile never gets ruffled, even when people tell him, "Fuck off, we're just looking." I put the van in park, and before I can even shut the engine off, Jerry flings open my driver's door. "We had a huge week, Stephen. I think all the cartridges are full." And I think you're full of shit, Jerry. We might have to check this out. Jerry races to the entrance, leading me inside between a scurry of customers and salespeople. Ken Barak's is the largest dealership in all of Chicago, an enormous all-glass showroom that's a palace of prosperity. It's a never-ending series of mahogany cubicles with crazy artwork hanging from the ceiling and Greek-looking marble statues resting on multicolored carpet that seem to match everything perfectly. Skylights accent 6 assorted sticker-new exotics, surrounded by a lounge of overly plush maroon furniture. A screen hangs from the ceiling, playing an endless loop of SUV commercials, next to a standalone brass, voice-activated coffee machine that can make any fancy-ass drink you tell it. As I continue to follow Jerry, all these elegant things remind me to use the service entrance next time. But in this brightly lit showroom, everyone seems too busy to notice my blood-stained baby blue coveralls, except for a smartly dressed woman and her toddler son. I'm still surprised, glancing around at all the richer than shit people, why Jerry would want one of our X25s. Then I remember why I'm here. Ken Barak's use lot stretches across 2 football fields. I love our X25 because it can process arms and legs into cartridges without an ounce of spilled blood. These guys love them because they can help people who aren't richer than shit make a down payment on something used. I caress the lines of a midnight blue Vesper SUV, following Jerry into a smaller maze of mahogany walled cubicles. I've always hated walking through these offices wearing these blood-stained coveralls. These people don't give a shit that I just saved some girl's life. I'm a garbage man coming to pick up their trash. A jackass here asked me to take a look at a backed up toilet until I told him my coverall stains were from dried blood, not shit. Jerry leads me through the last of the mahogany cubicles, past smartly dressed people who acknowledge him with all their special winks and greetings. Turning towards their screens as I pass, we reach the rear, stopping in front of a set of mahogany doors. We had to put your equipment in the supply room because of some complaints. I swing open doors as LED ceiling lights flip on, illuminating mahogany shelves of office supplies and the polished steel shine from the X25, which is our best parts reclamation model. Hiding in this dark supply room, it's a beautiful piece of modern engineering which can process arms and legs in minutes, replacing them with Speedfitter's black carbon steel prosthetics. Women sometimes prefer glitter pink prosthetics if we have them in stock. Its height reaches my chest as I crest the steel top, looking for dents and then examining the 6-foot side square panels by hand. I run my fingers around the inside of the circular arm and leg inlets, all 8 of them, checking the rubber seals further inside. Any damage anywhere can disrupt the settings of the internal blades. Not a scratch. The 8-foot wide front of the machine has 4 circular arm inlets, all 1 foot in diameter, evenly spaced along the top row, allowing a person to sit in front of the machine, sticking their arm inside up to the shoulder. 4 circular leg inlets, 1.5 feet in diameter, make up the bottom half of the machine. There's a small scratch on the front panel near the bottom right leg inlet, which I remember from the last time, and it's been noted in the machine log. Jerry continues standing in the doorway, looking like he has something to say. I don't have time to listen during my examination of the X25. Christ, doesn't Jerry have somewhere to go? It's hard not admiring something so complicated and well engineered. The X25 is large enough for 2 people to sit comfortably on office chairs and move forward into the machine, allowing to process all their limbs within 5 minutes, which is simply amazing. The front panel of the X25 is removed to accomplish this amazing feat. Most people who wish to process more than one limb prefer to use the inlet holes, processing each part individually rather than having to witness the blades doing their work firsthand. I detach the steel panel off the right side of the unit, which contains only full cartridges. This damn thing's supposed to shut down and send a message back to our office when it's full. This one isn't doing either, and it's definitely full as I watch 4 arms and 4 legs slosh in blue containment fluid through the plexiglass sides on the cartridges. When are we going to get that kidney chopper, Stephen? I've been bugging you guys for months, Jerry says, watching with curiosity and then disgust as I remove a full sloshing arm cartridge. It's an expensive unit, Jerry, and we only have a few available right now. Purposely, I carry the full sloshing arm cartridge straight through the mahogany cubicles of all the smartly dressed jackasses, while Jerry hovers at my heels. The gray arm sloshes in the blue fluid, slapping up against the plexiglass. A smattering of OMGs and WTFs fill the air in my wake. A female jackass in the last mahogany cubicle on the right gets one look, pukes up what looks like chicken soup next to her keyboard, as the rest lands on her dark blue slacks. I stop, pressing the tint button on the top of the cartridge, blacking out the plexiglass. Jerry laughs his ass off, and I feel like a shithead after my juvenile act of retribution. Jerry reaches into his back pocket, pulls out a $100 bill from his wallet, and slaps it on her desk. She stares at the Benjamin, inches from the chicken puke puddle sitting next to her keyboard. Oh, Ann, you'll get over it. He's just fucking with you guys, Jerry says, carrying a smirk. I shrug. Sorry, Ann. Jerry slaps me in the back. Don't worry about it, Stephen. I've seen how shitty my people treat you. They have it coming and then some. He addresses the cubicles. Attention. Heads pop up from every available cubicle and point in our direction. From now on, if anyone's caught not greeting my friend Stephen, that person will be buying lunch for everyone here, including the service department. All glares of contempt in my direction turn to fear. This punishment could easily be a week's salary feeding every hungry mouth around this place. Jerry plows a path through the showroom, parting through the buzz of customers and salespeople, past the Vesprams I could never afford, returning to the showroom entrance. Holding open the door, I talk with Les, your sales rep. He says we'd have to show a need to get a kidney chopper. Jerry says as I pass through the door towards the rear of my van, and he follows. I exchange the full arm cartridge for an empty. I'll have to send another driver by for the leg cartridges, seeing no space available in my containment unit. The containment unit motor hums louder once it locks in a new arm cartridge. Everything looks normal, including the mall girl's arm. It looks like you're getting enough traffic for a kidney chopper, Jerry. I'm always here unloading that X25. It pisses me off when Les doesn't handle this bullshit on his own. Christ, that guy makes 3 times what I do. What a dumb fuck. He always wants somebody else to decide so he can deny everything if shit goes wrong. I'll tell Les what I think, Jerry, I say, reaching down for the empty arm cartridge. Jerry races around the van, opening the showroom doors, patting me on the back as I walk through with the cartridge. That's awesome, Stephen. I know we'll sell tons more vehicles if people can have more options besides forking over an arm and a leg. A salesman steps between us. You get an empty arm chopper or what? I got a guy who wants to buy a truck, and he needs his shit done during his lunch. Customers around us seem surprised as Jerry grabs the salesman by the shoulder, smiling and rolling his eyes. Calm down, Isaac. Don't be messing with my buddy. He's the guy that's going to get us that kidney chopper. Jerry ushers us to the showroom towards the rear cubicles as Isaac pats me on the back. No shit? Damn, I'm so sorry I was an asshole, Stephen. That thing's going to bring in big money. He grins back at Isaac. Too late, Isaac. You're still buying everyone lunch. Jerry and Isaac meet with a couple seated in front of a large mahogany desk in the sales office next to the supply room. They don't bother closing the door, so I listen, sneaking a glance around the supply room door. This is our sales manager, Jerry, Isaac says as Jerry leans towards the seated couple, exchanging handshakes. My guy Stephen is changing cartridges as we speak, Jerry says. Racing back to the X25, I install the empty arm cartridge and return to the edge of the door to overhear. I like that truck. That'd be perfect for my landscaping business. Problem is, if I give you both my arms for a down payment, I won't be able to run my mowers. I peek around the doorframe, watching as the man turns towards his wife. Is an arm and a leg out of the question? Isaac asks. The man nods, pointing to his wife. That's why I brought the wife. I want to use one of my arms and one of hers for the down payment. Everyone pauses for Jerry's approval. Jerry looks serious while rubbing his chin, pointing to the ceiling. He switches on his salesman's grin. Yeah, let's do it. As long as both you two sign the paperwork, there shouldn't be any problems. The couple smiles, sighing with relief while Isaac shakes the couple's hands. See, I told you folks, Jerry's the best. Isaac passes the happy couple, headed in my direction. I race back to the X25, continuing my busy work, checking gauges as he peeks in. What's the ETA on the new cartridges, Stephen, buddy? 15 minutes for the new cartridges, Isaac, buddy. I watch Isaac return to the office, and I return to the edge of the doorframe, peeking around. We'll finish the paperwork while my buddy Stephen sets the machine up, Isaac says, handing sheets to the couple. It's not going to hurt much, is it? The wife asks. I've heard you don't even feel a thing, Isaac reassures her. Why do all salesmen have to be so greasy? They make me sick. Why can't a person buy a vehicle with only one limb as a down payment? Life sucks for those two having to both give up an arm. I'd like to stick Isaac's head into this X25. Too bad it doesn't process brains.
This is the end of the transmission.